everyone, I'm back with another video on marriage, and it is going to be about how to keep marriage going, and this was requested. So this might be in parts. This is going to be part 1, just in case it ends up being like 15 minutes long. But anyway, I compiled some information and some advice and some tips for newlyweds, couples who are married or couples who are thinking about getting married. So just my opinion, and my husband's opinion. He gave me some input, so I would just like to go ahead and get started. So number 1 is you need to learn how to laugh at each other, with each other, because that is what's going to get you through the tough times and through arguments. My husband and I will argue sometimes, and we can learn how to laugh at each other at the end, and that means more to us than anything. So laugh. You need to learn how to laugh. Need to trust your partner. You can't go on his Facebook or her Facebook and check his voicemails and his phone text messages and all that stuff. If you don't trust the guy, then why are you with the guy? I mean, you can't live your life always wondering what's going on behind your back or whatever. My husband and I, we do share passwords. He doesn't check my stuff. I don't check his stuff unless he asks me to, but I don't check his stuff. I don't need to. So yeah, there's a lot of trust. You need trust if you want your relationship to keep going. My husband wanted to add that, especially in the military, and you know, you're with your husbands or your boyfriends or your fiancés or whatever, deploying, they're going to be working with the opposite sex. I mean, that's inevitable. So you have to be able to trust your partner if they're going to be deploying, because they do work, you know, with the opposite sex. You need to learn how to show love besides saying I love you. There are other ways to show your partner that you love them. Kissing, or just having a conversation with them that shows them that you really care. Hugs. I mean, there's tons of ways to show that you love a person. So do that instead of, you know, I do encourage you to say I love you, but there are other ways to show that you love a person. So try it out. Respect. You shouldn't be calling each other names, especially in front of other people. If you're going to have an argument, don't do it at a dinner party. Don't do it in front of a huge crowd. Keep that stuff private. You should be respecting each other regardless if there's people around or not. You shouldn't be calling each other names. My husband's never called me any names. He's never cursed at me or called me any curse word. So yeah, you should have respect for each other. Discuss things often. If you can't share your thoughts and opinions, what's the point? I mean, if your partner is very close-minded and you can't share your darkest, deepest secrets with that person, or even like a simple idea, like if they're completely shutting you down all the time, there's no point. You should be able to talk to the person that you're married to or about to get married to. Your relationship isn't 50-50. It's 100-100. You both need to be putting in 100% of yourselves in your relationship. Get sexy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Get sexy for your husband. Get sexy for your wife. You need to spice up your marriage or your relationship often. So get sexy. Try new things. Try new foods. Go, you know, try new dates. Go travel. Go do stuff together. Try new things. That way your relationship does not seem like it's repetitive and constant and mundane. Like, you have to go and try new things. Let's see. Oh, this one's important. Lay off the computer or Call of Duty. You guys know what I'm talking about. And women, some women are addicted to that video game. But lay off the computer and the video game, because guess what? Your spouse wants attention too. One thing that my husband and I do a lot is we avoid drinking. We don't drink every day. I encourage people to avoid drinking every day because, one, it's definitely unhealthy, and two, it's unattractive. Like, why would you want to be with a person that drinks every single day? It's just not necessary, and it's not healthy for your partner. So I highly encourage people to not drink every day. Keep it to a minimum. Like, if you're going to be drinking, drink socially. Have a couple beers. My husband and I will have drinks together, but it's not every single day. It's usually either a Friday night or one of his days off or whatever. But yeah, drinking every day is very unattractive. Another one that I might have mentioned in a previous video is to go to sleep together. That's really important. You shouldn't be at home waiting for your husband or your wife to come home at all hours of the night. Have some ladies' nights and have some guy nights. Guys want to have fun too, but at the same time, you can have group dates as well, or group dinners. Oh, private spaces. I don't know if you guys believe in this. I kind of do, sort of, but if you guys ever heard of a man cave, yeah, you know, the garage that's turned into like the bachelor pad or whatever. Anyway, a man needs a man cave. He needs his space. Believe it or not, men need space too, just as women do. I have kind of a space in my room. So, my husband has a space in his garage. So, I mean, if he needs to escape or whatever, because you know what? We have children. Sometimes we need a break. And yeah, so I don't mind my husband having a man cave. As long as he's not in there like all night long, I really don't care. So yeah. Don't get yourself in situations that may look bad to other people. You know what I'm talking about. Perception is everything. So you want to avoid situations that might look a little suspicious, because guess what? People are going to talk, and they're going to talk fast. So if you just avoid all that, you have nothing to worry about. Perception is everything. Remember that. Avoid jealousy and overprotection and smothering. Yeah, guess what? Women smother a lot. We don't give our men space sometimes, and sometimes they do, or vice versa. The men might smother us. So yeah, give each other some space and avoid being overprotective and jealous, because being jealous is just completely unattractive. You shouldn't be jealous. I mean, if another, woman is checking your husband out or whatever, take that as a compliment. Now, if they're checking him out and asking for their number, then that's a different story. I mean, I would have a problem with that. But guess what? People are human. They're going to hit on, your man or whatever. But don't, as long as he's not engaging in it or going along with it, you have nothing to worry about. Your man loves you. If your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance just isn't spending time with you, like at all, like he's doing something other than spending time with you, like all the time, there's something wrong with that. He should want to spend time with you. I mean, you're the love of his life, right? He should be with you at least a few hours of the day, right? Okay, another thing is don't fake it. And I'm not talking about that thing that, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about your happiness. Don't fake it, because in the long run, you're going to be completely unhappy, angry, and bitter. Don't fake your happiness. If you don't want to be with a person, tell them. Like, Honesty would just cure everything. Just be truthful. If you're not happy anymore, voice your opinion. But don't fake being happy with someone and then you're 7 years down the road wondering what you were doing with that person if you weren't happy at all. You need to open your mouth, like my husband always says, open your mouth and say something. So yeah, don't fake your happiness. Be truthful and honest about everything that you say because it might come back. You want to be completely truthful about everything. That way nothing is questionable in your relationship. Arguing is healthy. Definitely healthy. It is a way to communicate your thoughts and your feelings as long as you're doing it in a healthy way. You know, you don't want to be throwing punches, shoving each other into walls, cursing each other out. As long as you argue in a way that you both are, let's see, how do I put this? You both are not engaging in physical activity, then you should be fine. You can abuse somebody verbally, so I would just say argue, but argue the smart way. Okay, so if one of you is totally into a hobby and the other person is not, at least support that person. You know, you should be supportive of your spouse's hobbies. Unless, of course, they're unhealthy. But if they're completely healthy, like a sport or something like that, you should be supporting it because I'm sure he will support you too. Hopefully. Share responsibilities. Yeah, a man shouldn't have to take care of you. Remember that. A man shouldn't have to take care of you, but he should act like he would want to. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so last but not least is through sickness and in health, rich or for poor, money tends to split a lot of people apart. Don't let it. Money comes and goes, but time doesn't ever come back once it's gone. So, with all that said, love each other, hold each other, but most importantly, protect each other. Love you guys. I hope this helped you. Hopefully this isn't in 2 parts, but if it is, comment either way. Comment below if you have any questions. If you want to see more videos like this, comment below. This